Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of the 7-day Living Faith Challenge. Now, today's question is very simple. Does God care about me? Now, before we answer that question, let me ask you one first. What are you carrying right now? And I don't mean physically, I mean, what's the thing that is occupying space in your mind? What's the thing that's keeping you awake at night? That keeps popping back into your thoughts, even when you're not trying to think about it? For some of you, it may be finances. For some of you, it may be your marriage. For some of you, it may be your children, your health, your future, or a situation that you don't know how to fix. But whatever it is, most of us have been carrying something. I know I have. There have been seasons where Alicia and I knew that God was calling us to a certain direction. We knew He was asking us to trust Him. We knew He was asking us to be obedient. But at the same time, financially, things were tight. They have been tight, really tight. There have been moments where I genuinely did not know how bills would get paid. And a man of God, even in our group right now, stepped up and was generous to help us during one of those difficult times. There have been moments where I was trying to figure out how to keep moving forward while carrying the pressure of providing for my family. And if I'm being honest, it wasn't that I doubted God. I knew God was faithful. I knew God was good. I knew God had called us to this. What made it difficult was simply the weight of it all. Trusting God in the season while carrying real financial pressure at the same time. It gets heavy. Trying to obey God while carrying real responsibilities. Maybe you have felt that before, maybe not financially, but in some area of your life. And that's why I love today's passage, because Jesus is speaking directly to people who are carrying weight, people who are carrying worry, people who are carrying anxiety, people who are carrying uncertainty. That's why today I want you to read Matthew 6, verses 25 to 34. And what I love is that Jesus doesn't start this by giving people like a strategy. He starts by addressing their worry. Then he points them to the birds. And then he points them to flowers. And then he points them to creation. And he basically says, look how your Father takes care of them. Then Jesus asks a powerful question. He says, are you not of more value than they? And I really want you to think about that for a moment. If God cares for the birds, if God cares for flowers, how much more does He care for His children? That is a truth that Jesus wants us to see today. Many people are carrying the belief that God doesn't really care about their situation. But Jesus teaches something very different in Matthew chapter 6. He says, your Father knows exactly what you need. He knows, He sees, He cares. In fact, in 1 Peter 5:7, Jesus says, cast all your anxieties on Him because He cares for you, not because He tolerates you. Okay? Now remember why we're doing this challenge, okay? James tells us that faith without works is dead. In other words, living faith leaves evidence behind. So if you truly believe God cares for you, there should be evidence. There should be action. Your faith should become visible. So let's talk about today's living faith response. If you truly believe God cares about what you are carrying right now, don't keep carrying it alone. I'll say that again. If you truly believe God cares about what you are carrying, don't keep carrying it alone. Bring it to Him. Talk to Him about it. Pray about it. Trust Him with it. Remember from day one evidence of a living faith is talking with God, right? So that is your first step today. Take that burden, take that worry, take that pressure that you're feeling, and bring it honestly before God. Okay? I want you to ask Him, Lord, what do you want me to do with this? Lord, what are you teaching me through this? Lord, help me to trust you with this. See, that's evidence number one. It's talking with God. You're in a relationship with Him, right? Now, evidence number two is hearing from God, right? And to do that, I want you to read Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 to 34. Read it carefully. Then open your journal and answer these questions. Number one, what concern, burden, or worry am I carrying right now that I need to trust God with? That's the question. What does number two is, what does today's passage teach me about God's care for me in this situation? And then question number three, what do I believe God is saying to me through this passage today? I don't want you to rush these questions. Take your time, okay? Let God speak to you through His word. Then comes evidence number three. After you've done that, trust the people that God has placed around you, okay? I want you to take a bold step today. I'm asking you to take this step. Share one thing that you're carrying in our private challenge group. One burden, one concern, one thing that you want prayer for. Let your brothers stand with you. Let your brothers pray with you. You see, God often works through people. And one of the ways God cares for us is by surrounding us with other believers who can encourage us, pray for us, and support us. So today, I want you to share two things in the group. First, one thing that God showed you from Matthew chapter 6. And the second thing, one thing you want the group to pray for. We all have something. Don't be shy. Be vulnerable. Okay, that's it. Simple. Powerful. Because today's evidence is trust. Okay? Trusting God enough to bring your burden to Him, and trusting the people God has placed around you enough to let them carry that burden with you. Trust is what faith looks like when life gets heavy. So take that step today. This is you putting your faith into action. Let's see what God does. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. And remember, living faith leaves evidence behind.